Hey there, welcome to our video about ChatGPT versus Google Bard, two of the most popular AI language models out there. If you're not already familiar, ChatGPT is an AI language model developed by OpenAI that has taken the world by storm, with over 100 million users worldwide. It's been used for various tasks such as generating content ideas, writing emails, and solving complex Google Sheets formulas. However, as with any technology, it does have its limitations, such as its training data only going up until September 2021. On the other hand, Google Bard is a newer AI language model developed by Google that has been gaining traction in the tech world. It's said to be more advanced in terms of its capabilities, including its ability to understand the context of a conversation and generate more personalized responses. In this video, we'll be comparing these two powerful language models, highlighting their strengths and weaknesses, and exploring which one might be better suited for your needs. So if you're interested in learning more about ChatGPT versus Google Bard, be sure to stick around. Let's talk about ChatGPT versus Google Bard at a glance. If you're new to AI chatbot game, let's start with some basics. OpenAI's ChatGPT is an AI-based chatbot that's been making waves since its release. It's built on the company's expansive language models and has been widely used for everything from writing complex code and essays to giving life advice and coming up with hypothetical scenarios. With its GPT-3 model, ChatGPT quickly gained a massive following, and the release of its even more powerful GPT-4 LLM only added to its popularity. Now enter Google Bard, a conversational AI service that's been considered ChatGPT's rival for some time. Bard AI is based on a smaller version of Google's LaMDA language model and has been trained on its own set of data. Google promises that Bard AI will offer fresh, high-quality responses similar to what ChatGPT can do. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of ChatGPT and Google Bard's core differences. Both these chatbots use natural language processing, which allows users to enter prompts or queries and receive human-like responses. However, the crucial differences lies in their data sources and training models. Google Bard relies on Google's language model for dialogue applications, LaMDA, which can offer real-time responses based on current research pulled from the internet. On the other hand, ChatGPT uses a specially tweaked version of OpenAI's Generative Pre-training Transformer 3, GPT-3, or Generative Pre-training Transformer 4, GPT-4, depending on the version. However, it's worth noting that ChatGPT's training data only goes up until late 2021, which means that it may not be as up-to-date with current trends and events as Google Bard. In the upcoming sections, we'll dive deeper into the core differences between these two chatbots and explore which one might be the best fit for your needs. Google LaMDA is built for dialogue, OpenAI's GPT is built for text functions. So both ChatGPT and Google Bard use transformer architecture, a neural network that processes sequential input. However, the training data sets are quite different. GPT-3 and GPT-4 were trained on a huge dataset of internet text, while LaMDA was trained on InfiniSet and dataset focused on conversations and dialogue. LaMDA was specifically designed to have more natural and open-ended conversations with humans. It understands the intent behind a user's question and context nuances. Thanks to the Google team grouping high-level concepts and topics into clusters based on hierarchy to inform its choices when responding. On the other hand, GPT-3 and GPT-4 are great at generating text based on statistical patterns, making them ideal for natural language tasks. They're highly trained on web text and can summarize large extracts of text with ease. As part of ChatGPT, they can function as chatbot, summarizer, translator, and more. They're even powering other AI tools like Jasper, Copy.ai, and Bing's AI tools. How is the user experience? When it comes to user-friendliness, Bard has a clear advantage over ChatGPT. The interface is sleeker and easier to read, with formatted text that's much more scannable. Additionally, Bard allows users to edit their questions after asking them and view multiple responses, which is a nice touch. What's even better is that each response has a call to action that encourages users to fact-check the information by searching on Google. This could be particularly helpful when dealing with complex or controversial topics that have multiple perspectives. Google has suggested that Bard will eventually become part of Google Search, which means it could revolutionize the way we search for information online. With its ability to synthesize information and present it in easy-to-understand formats, Bard can make it easier for users to gain insights and perspectives on complicated topics. This could be especially useful for topics that don't have a clear-cut answer. On the other hand, ChatGPT's chatbot capabilities will likely be more suited to a different search engine, such as Bing, which has a better coding proficiency. One of the coolest things people are using ChatGPT for is coding. With its impressive GPT-3 and GPT-4 models, ChatGPT is a skilled coder and can write complex code in various programming languages. Many people have been building games and chatbots with the help of ChatGPT on Twitter. Plus, it can even debug code with ease. On the other hand, Google Bard is not officially equipped to code just yet, according to Google's FAQ page. Bard currently cannot support coding responses, but this was put to the test, and Bard was able to write some HTML and JavaScript code. However, when we ran it through ChatGPT, it pointed out some errors in Bard's code and fixed them. It's clear that ChatGPT has the edge when it comes to coding, which gives multiple answers. So when you ask ChatGPT a question, it typically gives you a single answer unless you specify otherwise. While the bot can provide various versions of the answer, it's not the default behavior, which could be annoying for some users. On the other hand, Google Bard AI outputs multiple versions of the same answer, which it calls drafts. The AI chatbot allows users to choose the most suitable response from these drafts, each with a different source for accuracy. Users can mix and match the drafts for ultimate answer, which is a welcome feature as a singular response might not always be the most accurate or appropriate. This is one of the significant differences between Bard AI and ChatGPT, which has a better conversation retention. So, have you ever talked to an AI chatbot that remembered your previous conversations and could draw on them for future answers? It's a pretty nifty feature that some chatbots have, and it's called conversation retention. ChatGPT actually has a level of conversation retention too, but it's limited to remembering up to 3,000 words from the current conversation. However, it can't access its past conversations to form responses, but it does a decent job of keeping the conversation flowing smoothly. On the other hand, Google Bard AI is currently not great at holding context. When we tested it by asking for knock-knock jokes and then following up with the question, it gave a completely different answer. Google has stated that Bard AI's contextual ability is purposely limited for now, but it should improve as the bot continues to learn. However, when it comes to conversation retention, ChatGPT comes out on top in the Bard vs. ChatGPT debate. Does any of them have internet access? So one of the major downsides of using ChatGPT is that it doesn't have access to the internet. Even with the latest GPT-4 model, it relies on a limited data set that doesn't include any information beyond September 2021. As a result, it may not always provide accurate information compared to other bots like Microsoft Bing AI, which can browse the internet for real-time updates. Thankfully, Google Bard AI doesn't have this problem as it has real-time internet access just like Bing. With this capability, Bard AI can fetch the latest and most accurate information available online. It even lists the URLs of the sources it finds, which is a handy feature. This means that when it comes to Bard vs. ChatGPT, on who can provide the most up-to-date responses, Bard AI is the clear winner. How much language support does each have? ChatGPT's latest language model, GPT-4, is impressively multilingual, with support for over 26 different languages, including French, Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin, Italian, and more. This makes ChatGPT a highly versatile chatbot that can converse proficiently in many languages. On the other hand, Google Bard is currently limited to US English. While Google has expressed its intention to expand Bard's language capabilities, the bot currently only supports English. When asked about its language abilities, Bard claims to be capable of speaking other languages, but it was unable to produce a poem in French, suggesting otherwise. It remains to be seen when and which languages Google Bard will be able to speak. Which of the AI hallucinati is the most? So, even with the widespread internet access, Google Bard AI is prone to coming up with false information and hallucinating. This means that while it has access to the latest news and events, it still struggles to deliver accurate responses. In fact, during a test, Bard AI provided information about an earthquake that had occurred last year, despite a more recent one happening just hours before. ChatGPT, on the other hand, has been also known to hallucinate, but its latest GPT-4 model claims to have reduced this by 35% compared to its previous model, GPT-3. This reduction in hallucinations has been noticed by many users and testers, making ChatGPT a more reliable option at the moment. However, since Google Bard is still in its first iteration, it is expected to improve over time and may eventually catch up to ChatGPT's accuracy. Does any of these AI credit sources? When it comes to AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Google Bard, they use datasets to infer answers. However, the bots with internet access like Google Bard and Bing have an advantage because they can combine their datasets with information found online. However, as we found out, Google Bard AI doesn't do a great job of crediting sources or rephrasing information in some cases. While ChatGPT doesn't have internet access, it still does a convincing job of rephrasing content without duplicating from our articles. Hey, that's a wrap for our ChatGPT vs. Google Bard showdown. And let me tell you, things got heated. Both ChatGPT and Google Bard have their pros and cons. ChatGPT excels at generating and summarizing text, while Google Bard is better at finding relevant information to answer your questions. But who cares about that? We want a clear winner, don't we? Now, I know I said I wouldn't pick sides, but let's be real here. ChatGPT is the better AI chatbot. Why? Because it doesn't plagiarize like Google Bard. Plus, ChatGPT's latest GPT-4 model claims to have reduced hallucinations by 35%. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. So, if you want an AI chatbot that can generate text and summarize information without stealing from others, then ChatGPT is your winner. But hey, who knows what the future holds? Maybe Google Bard will step up its game and come out on top. Only time will tell, folks.